everyone, it's Elisha Booth here, part of the Charles Sturt short-term social media digital course. I'm sorry I can't be there tonight, but I thought, why not do a video? It is digital, of course, and I thought I'd take you through my day, various parts of it, I guess, and hopefully you'll find it, at the very least, not boring. And I'm going to sort of show you and talk about the 5 top things that I definitely always think about when I'm thinking about social and social media marketing. So over the course of the day, I'm going to show you and talk about the 5 top tips that I can give you from my point of view that make social media actually quite fun and interesting to manage. So I guess the first top tip would be around what are you trying to achieve, and really trying to crystallize that before you embark on the social media activity or campaign. Ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve? What problem am I trying to solve? Is it a story that I'm trying to tell? Is it a brand awareness increase that I'm trying to achieve? Is it sales? Is it leads? What is it that you're trying to achieve? And I think sometimes people get all overexcited and jump into actually the doing part of it, when you've got to really think about just taking a little bit of a couple of minutes just to think about, right, what's the purpose of this? Am I just doing it for the sake of it, or is there actually strategy and reason behind it? So that's my number 1 top tip, is to set out a plan and work out what you're trying to achieve, so you know what success is. Okay, so point number 2, top tip number 2, be consistent. Be committed and be consistent. So I'm going to talk to you in a minute with Dion about how you can do that and do it successfully. Hi guys, Elisha here, back again. Just wanted to talk to you about my second top tip around social media. A key takeaway for tonight is really around being consistent and basically having a plan. So essentially, if we go through a couple of examples that I've got ready for you. So when we look at here, so when we look at planning or a content social media plan, there's many different tools available. Choose the one that works best for you. Here we've got a Hootsuite, and you can see here that we plan our Instagram posts. They're in the planner section. If we, for the purposes of talking you through how I put everything together, or how Dion puts it together, you can see here there's a bonus offer. If we go to our email, which was sent out to our database, you can see there's a bonus gift with purchase. I think this was on Sunday. You can see that it automatically will be posted to the Instagram account. Here it is here, 31 likes, which is great, 1 share or 1 comment. And you can see here how it's put on Facebook page. So really you can see that it's reached 1,700 people. There's been 35 engagements. And 7 people have liked it with 3 shares. So it's really about the integrated marketing approach, and certainly, you really just want to be doing social media to ensure that the message is getting out there and that it's consistent. So I always like to ensure that we've got at least a couple of weeks ahead in terms of the marketing campaigns, and just making sure that social media is incorporated into that as well. Hi everyone, Elisha here with Dion holding the camera. We're heading out to lunch. Just wanted to give you my number 3 top tip. It's around understanding what social media means and which channels. Let's start with Twitter. What is Twitter? I am at CSU. It's a broadcasting tool, and it's something that really is very short and succinct. So that's really good for your business if you're putting out a white paper or the business has made a milestone of some sort. Facebook, I love CSU, so that's all around pretty much being expressive and sharing with your friends and family. Foursquare, I study at CSU Wagga Wagga campus, for instance. It's all about where you are located. Instagram, here's my MBA certificate with my family. So it's really about posting and sharing photos. YouTube, here is my CSU webinar. So basically that's all about sharing what you know and increasing your brand awareness. LinkedIn, here's the skills I've learned at the CSU webinar short course social media. Pinterest, and here are my CSU pins. So that's it. This is Dion from Lowe's. He manages the social media platforms. And I thought I'd bring him in on the conversation. Obviously, we're up to number 4 in terms of the top tips. And so I asked Dion, what would you say is like the biggest thing with your day-to-day work? So how do you go about it? And what are the key things that you would use in social media for posts and things like that? And so Dion said, hashtags. So we've based the 4th top tip on using hashtags, and we've got some good ideas for you to use. So coming back to hashtags and videos, so we'll talk about hashtags now and the benefits of using them. So over to you, Dion.
So first of all, we listed relevance. So you've got to keep the hashtag relevant to the content. So for our Lowe's example, we like to use things like fashion, hashtag fashion, men's fashion, style. You can use some of the real, sort of leading on to number 2, some of the real popular hashtags like outfit of the day or OOTD. The thing is with those posts is you can hashtag those things and they'll be seen by either one person or 1,000 people, depending how popular the post is. So you try to use a mixture of the real popular hashtags and your own ones as well. So we love to use @Lowe's as one of our main hashtags.
Yeah.
Also, in terms of SEO, hashtags are really important. So if someone types in Google @Lowe's, then we'll pop up as one of the main things.
So let's have a look at that now. So we'll look here. Something we prepared earlier.
Yeah, so you'll see our Instagram post, our Facebook post, Twitter, then you go into images and all our next pictures will be on there. Sorted by popularity and how often it's been viewed.
Right.
If we go on to the next point. Nice.
Sorry.
We like to keep it nice and quirky, it's nice and fun. Try not to use the hashtags like fun or like or the real like for like those things. They'll probably get put into spam folders pretty quickly or spam files pretty quickly, and you won't get any engagement at all. Now, in terms of one of my favorite things is an Instagram bot. So we used one for the Lowe's account for about a week, and it was highly successful.
Yeah.
So as you can see, these bots are set up not to get likes or anything like that, but it's set up to you're basically buying engagement. So this bot, for example, in a week went out and liked 14,000 posts.
Yep.
And went and followed 5,000 people, and then unfollowed 4,800 people. So you can do things like set up if you scroll down a little bit, you can set up what hashtags you want it to go out and follow. So you can see that we set up some pretty basic ones for Christmas and clothing, and this was done last year. But one of the dangerous ones we saw was men.
Yep.
When you hashtag men, some controversial photos might come up.
Yep. It is really good to trial that because, and to also do some social media monitoring because essentially you need to know what's working and what's not working so you can actually turn it off if it isn't working. The kind of tags that we've used have been really useful, and I think for every 100 likes you've got 5 followers, is that correct?
Yeah, every 100 likes 6 followers. Yeah, but basically that. Some of the fun ones, of course, like hashtag summer. Lowe's apparently liked a lot of girls in bikinis photos that week, but that's all right. There's nothing too much wrong with that.
And that's where you use your social media monitoring tools as well daily. Okay. Social media listening. What do you use for your social media listening?
Just like the platform itself. So
Yep.
basically on Instagram, go through it. It's all pretty manual.
Yeah.
From my end anyway, because we don't have that big of a database or big following. So Facebook's great with that. Facebook sort of outlines all your comments and reviews and all that for you. You can monitor Instagram through Facebook as well.
Yep.
Which is great. And obviously, like our Facebook page has nearly 18,000 followers versus Instagram, which only has 2,000. So the Facebook comments are really great. So you got to stay on top of them. Make sure you're replying to people's comments and reviews and trying to help out our customers.
And how often do you do that?
Daily, every day. So that's right. So you see comments, you don't see likes or anything like that, but you see comments and reviews, the important ones. So what we try and do is for a review, we'll try and respond back to the person on the post itself, and then message them privately and get one of our customer care experts to deal with them.
Excellent. Okay. And so jumping back up to number 6, the killer combo is using video content as well as a hashtag. It's highly shareable on social and it tends to go viral if you're doing your work right. So we'll just show you an example of our YouTube channel. So posting lots of videos and sharing that on your social media platforms is really important.
So one of them, you can't see what I'm pointing to, but the styling video in the middle there, it's got 2,000 likes. Or the new department above it, it's got 6,000 likes. Those are ones that went really well on our social platforms. Obviously, the Lowe's Seniors one wasn't as successful on social because it's a corporate, B2B type video. But our new department one was a real fun, quirky video, which went really well.
Excellent. Okay, well, thanks very much, Leon. Really appreciate it. Keep up the good work. Hashtag keep up the good work. Hi there, I'm back. It's coming to the end of the day, and I thought I'd share the 5th top tip for social media marketing. And it's the one that everyone tries to stay away from, but it's actually pretty easy once you sort of break it down. And that is, I guess, B2B social media and how to tackle that. So once again, I always say try and keep it simple. If you follow the earlier tips, it's pretty much the same formula. Some ideas though that you might be able to take away and some examples. White papers is something that I've published through owned and earned websites and through influencers as well. So if your business is an expert in the field, then you should talk to people about it and do some vlogging, webinars or white papers. Native content. So in a previous role, I published some native content within the Mamma Mia webpage. Something, that you can do on 9MSN. Native content is really, it looks and feels like the website, but it's actually like a paid ad. You can partner up with some businesses that are in the same sort of line or a charity that you support. I'm a big fan of the local approach. It's authentic. Small business support each other, and I think it definitely works in this day and age. Word of mouth and word of mouth. Getting other clients to provide video testimonials definitely reinforces the brand and the trust. I think that's definitely a good one. And doing surveys and case studies is also good content for others to see. I think in the B2B environment, it's all about trust and endorsements to, I guess, get people to inquire. You can actually provide free training. I know that an agency I was working at in the employment sector, government sector, would provide free training as a trial and come to the workplace. So they're the sort of things that you can really put out there on social media. you could do a 1 minute video regarding your business and post it through social media channels. And it's always good if you're out and about representing your business and with other colleagues that you take a snap and put it on Twitter, depending on where you are, of course. And I know that the New Relic event that I went to, there was a lot of sharing going on. There was a hashtag going. It worked really, really well, and there was some really great footage of clients interacting with different businesses as well. So yeah, I think it's a great way to obtain leads, in terms of using social media. Having a game plan, having a plan that is a content marketing plan, and a commitment to that is also really key as well. So you can't just sort of come in and do something and then leave it. It's got to be a plan over a period of time. Check out what your competitors are doing in the space, in the industry, and see the sort of engagement that they're getting, and possibly just trial another business in a different area to see what sort of marketing they're doing as well. So I hope you've enjoyed a day with me, and I've provided some, at the very least, interesting ideas of how to approach social media from a B2B and B2C perspective. This is Tim. He deserves some attention now. So I'd like to say thanks very much for having me, and hopefully you found some good quality techniques. I'm sure the other guest speakers will provide you with many, many ideas and tools, as will Andrew. And I'd like to say thank you, and I'll see you again.